Hello and welcome to a reading for the full moon in Gemini. It is an eclipse full moon that's happening today as I'm recording this and editing this and posting this. So this might be up in the later evening, but know that the energy of the full moon is pertinent for about 48 hours before and after the moon becomes full. So we still have a little bit of that energy that's still going on for the next couple days. And we're gonna do some general reads for those of you watching on YouTube and Instagram. And then we'll go a little bit deeper with a longer reading over on my Patreon. So if you're not familiar with the Patreon, over at patreon.com/Michelle Shea, I offer monthly tarot scopes at the first of every month. So that's coming up for next month tomorrow. I offer weekly readings. Both of those things are available for the $3 level. If you upgrade to the $11 level, you get all of those things plus an audio message every month that's either a meditation or a cosmic download of a reading of the energy that's going on in the world. And then for the $22 level, you get all of the above monthly discounts. You also get access to the remainder of these videos. And if you are a $22 member for up to 3 months, or at least 3 months, you get the Divine Love mug, which is one of my favorites. Check it out over on my Instagram at Michelle Shea. So we're gonna start with the Total Betty deck. We're gonna get a little goddess reading of what's happening with this full moon, what kind of divine feminine energy can help us through the energy that's currently occurring. It's a air sign moon, so there is a lot of headiness, a lot of thinking that's involved. I'm finding that there's a lot of inspiration going on, so things that feel like they've been stagnant or ideas that haven't really been coming through and making sense are suddenly making sense. So you might be finding that happening. Total Betty Goddess deck is my creation, and if you are watching this on Cyber Monday, which is the night of the full moon or the day of the full moon, you can go over to michellesheawalker.com and find a deal on the Goddess deck combined with the coloring guidebook. So now that we've got all that information out of the way, let's see what goddess energy is available to us to assist in this full moon. Okay, so we have Balbo, played by 90s Drew Barrymore. The Total Betty deck is all 90s characters playing the goddesses, and this one is a beautiful energy to have coming out of the heavier energy of all the retrogrades that we're just moved out of. This is a very playful energy. So Goddess Balbo is all about playfulness and not taking yourself too seriously. So if you're not familiar with the Greek mythology version, Balbo is a goddess that is in some depictions just shown as a vulva with eyes. And she is known for helping the goddess Demeter bring back the spring, because Balbo knew that in order to bring back the spring, goddess Demeter had to be enlivened. She had to be happy. And so she exposed her vulva to the goddess Demeter, and this made her laugh, and that brought back the spring. So this is a very pertinent card in regards to coming out of a heavier time and trying to lighten the mood, which is definitely what this air energy full moon is about. It's about bringing a little more lightness into the world, a little more playfulness. Had a little camera malfunction. So we are going to move into that energy and advice reading right now for the general collective. And this might give us a preview of what the larger reading is going to be about as well. Ooh, 2 major arcana cards. The first, the energy of the moment, is the Hangman. So the Hangman is all about patience, letting go of the past, and really letting the divine timing of any situations that are unfolding step in. This is the perfect card for a full moon, because full moons are all about releasing things that are no longer serving you. Full moons are a nice little check-in point. It's when a lot of your manifestations have come into play over the past 6 months, and you can kind of look and see like, okay, what have I called into my life that I want, and what have I called in my life that I'm ready to release? I'm feeling that there are a lot of relationships that are kind of trickling out of the picture. Doesn't have to be anything that's negative. It doesn't have to be something that you hold resentment for someone. It's just a matter of when someone's in your vibration, they're drawn to you, and when someone's not in your vibration, they are released out into the world. And just letting that ebb and flow, or just the tide going out and never coming back in some cases, allowing that to happen is really important during this full moon. So whether it be people, relationships, situations, jobs, opportunities, things that you thought were going to come to fruition that didn't, this is a really good time to kind of look at your life and be like, okay, do I even still really want that? Is the person that I am today a match to what I thought I was calling in? And if not, just bless it and release it. Let it go with peace. Again, there doesn't have to be any resentment around this. Just be like, I'm thankful for what that lesson has called into my life, or I'm thankful for recognizing that something that I thought that I wanted wasn't what I wanted, so that I could move forward with more clarity into something that I do want. And in regards to that, the advice card is the Strength card. So this is telling you that you do have the strength to let things go. You do have this, you have everything that you need internally and emotionally to carry you through releasing the past. So don't be afraid of that. And again, we come back to the goddess energy. Babo is saying, don't take it too seriously. Like, just let it be playful. Imagine that you're on the playground and there are, you know, different children coming in and out of the playground to play with you, and you don't necessarily have to stay with the same playmates all the time. And that ebb and flow, again, there's no resentment there. It's not like you're, you know, swinging on the swings and someone has to go home and you are mad at them. It's just, you know, that's just how it happened. They left and someone else came into play, and maybe they'll come back again. And, you know, just letting yourself enjoy the playmates that are surrounding you in this moment, the ones that are resonating for where you are at this time, and letting everything feel easy. And yeah, don't take it too seriously. So in regards to that, I feel like the reading that we're going to be diving into for the longer edition is in regards to relationships and letting things go. So if you are currently in a state where you're still feeling a little confused around a current relationship that you're releasing, or conflicted about that, we're going to dive in with a longer reading. If you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. These come up every new and full moon. If you are watching this on Instagram, you can head over to the YouTube /Michelle Shea Walker. And if you want to continue on, patreon.com /Michelle Shea, the $22 level are going to get the rest of this reading.